tensions have been escalating in West Asia. Now, according to reports, suspected Israeli warplanes bombed Iran's embassy in Syria, marking a major escalation in Israel's war with its regional adversaries. Tehran says the strike killed 7 military advisors, including 3 senior commanders. And our next report has the complete story for you.
Emergency workers scaled rubble inside Iran's embassy compound in Syria after a suspected bombing by Israeli warplanes on Monday. Tehran said the strike killed 7 military advisors, including 3 senior commanders. The target, according to Iranian state media, was top Revolutionary Guards commander Mohammad Reza Zahedi. He had been a senior commander in Iran's elite Quds force, the Corps' overseas arm, according to the Guards. Iran's ambassador to Syria, Hossein Akbari, said Tehran's response would be harsh. Syria's foreign minister condemned the attack. Its state media cited a military source saying Israel launched the attack from the occupied Golan Heights and that its air defense system shot down some of the missiles. The strike appeared to signal an escalation in Israel's war against Iran's regional proxies. Israel has long targeted Iranian military installations in Syria, as well as the proxies. Monday's attack marked the first time Iran's embassy compound itself had been hit. Since the attack on Israel nearly 6 months ago by Palestinian group Hamas, which is also backed by Iran, Israel has ramped up strikes in Syria against Iran's guards, as well as Hezbollah, the Tehran-backed Lebanese armed group. They both support Syria's government of President Bashar al-Assad. The White House said it was still looking into reports about the strikes, while State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said the goal is still to prevent any possible escalation of conflict.
Of course, we are always concerned about anything that would be escalatory or cause an increase in conflict in the region.
Israel typically does not comment on its attacks in Syria and declined to do so on Monday, although it also said on Monday it had stopped weapons from being smuggled into the West Bank from Iran.
Russia-Ukraine war rages on. In the past 2 weeks, Moscow has increased its bombardment of power and gas infrastructure across Ukraine. Last week, Russia struck electricity substations in southern Ukraine, which resulted in power outages in the Odessa region. Now, Ukraine's national grid company says that recent Russian attacks have caused damage to the power system, but a total collapse is unlikely. Most of Ukraine's electricity is generated by 3 nuclear power plants, but thermal and hydro generation are key to balancing the system during consumption peaks. However, the war has reached a point where Ukrainian soldiers are complaining about the lack of weaponry. As Russia continues push through the front lines, Ukrainian soldiers positioned in the Donetsk region are finding it difficult to hold their ground. Soldiers of the 93rd Brigade say that they have fired most of the howitzers at enemies' positions along the 1,000-kilometer front line. Ukrainian troops say for every shell that Ukraine fires along the front line, Russia fires between 5 and 6 in return.
The situation is bad. We have few shells. There were few of them before, and now we've got next to nothing. What we are given is enough for just half an hour of work at most, for one mission only. It's not like it was before, when we had 3 or 4 combat loads of ammunition, which was up to 100 shells per day. Now we are given just a few.
2 months ago, Russian President Vladimir Putin confirmed that sea-based Zircon missiles are being used in the battle. He described the Zircon as part of a new generation of unrifled arms systems, and these sea-based Zircon missiles have a range of 1,000 kilometers and travel 9 times faster than the speed of sound. The Kiev administration has stated that since the start of 2024, the city has been hit by 6 other types of missiles.